Thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already. Hard to believe, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw right away. A short throw to Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. The Broncos at 3-6 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to Dobbins on first. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. You look at this Raiders defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
They spent the week in practice, and we know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the number 1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. Now it's Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To throw, here's Nix. Shart's got it, left side. And he will have a Broncos first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you, and you know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Out to his left. And that is incomplete. Just bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Nix to throw again. Finds his tight end Ingram. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up second down.
It's second and 8 at the 10-yard line.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
Third and 5.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, it's Nix. That's complete right around the 8. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard run.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Play action. It's Smith. And the Broncos get there and take him down. John Franklin Myers able to record his 5th sack of the season. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. To throw is Smith. Open man down the field. It's Bowers. Big strides. Look at him go. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Broncos 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because, you know, coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing Nix. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This quick pass complete to Sutton. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive 1st down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year, 10th overall. And the Broncos are once again back in front.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7.
Raiders 7. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Throwing is Smith. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Las Vegas, 1st down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, Ooh, I like it.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he lifted in, defender was right on him.
Now Geno. That's to Bash over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. They'll get this out to Genty. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Broncos 15-yard line.
Geno down to throw. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Raiders 14, Broncos 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Well, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Here's second and 10. Nix to the air. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Third and 6.
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be third and 6. Here's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. He's still on his feet. Cortland Sutton. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 72 yards. And the Broncos have yet again retaken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Gino going to hand it to Genty. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Smith. Open man is Myers. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Las Vegas.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Down, it's Genty. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Second down and 8.
47-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and
8. Once again, it's Genty. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Smith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Bombers.
To throw is Nix. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4. Now it's Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
To throw, here's Nix. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. It's caught at the 10. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
That's another Broncos first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Open man right side is Ingram. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. J.K. Dobbins as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Broncos 24, Raiders 14. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
13X. There we go, through it. 390%.
Throwing now is Gino. He'll find Genty out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bowers. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
That's complete into the hands of Myers. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Throw left side, pulled in by Tucker. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First down.
Here's a toss to Genty, headed right. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Pat Surtain up to make the play. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. Smith. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. The carry here for the big tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Mayer, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp. When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. Now they'll audible to something else. first and 10. It's Dobbins. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Sure didn't take this offense long to get within striking distance of the end zone. 2 plays.
Feel the energy? You can just feel it, can't you? Because they are creating it on offense. The way they're running the football. Now they've swept into the red zone. Momentum all on their side.
Another run here with Dobbins. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Almost set. Ready. My name is Hudson.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Almost set. Ready. My name is Hudson.
From the gun on 3rd down, Nix. Eluding the pressure right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards in a first.
Broncos. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Almost set. Ball 11.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Almost set.
Dobbins hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Smith. This is caught by Tucker. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. On the give, Genty. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
He'll drop this underneath for Genty. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. On the give, Genty. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
From the gun, here's Smith. He finds his man, complete. It's Myers. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Genty. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Nix from the shotgun. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. And Sutton will have a Broncos 1st down as he'll take this down inside the 45.
Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6 coming up. Working out of the gun is Nix. He completes this to Sutton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. A fake on the jet sweep and a give to Dobbins. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. They'll go again with Dobbins. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Dobbins trying the left side. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Here comes 2nd down. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The 7-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
So on is their kicker, and it's down to this.
A 21-yard
He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this a little more pressure-packed for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his third field goal